welcome you guys to our 4th episode of Rain Check. Big foe. Before we get started, check in. Like, how do you feel? How are you mentally, emotionally, physically?
Yeah.
Like, where are you at right now, cuz?
I did have like a hiccup, I guess you could say, last week. Like, I was feeling like not really sure of myself, or you know how when you get so busy that it's like, am I sure that I can handle this? I just remind myself that being busy means you ain't gonna be broke. You have to kind of be grateful for being busy. I got a little overwhelmed, but I bounced back. Kids are good. Life is good. What about you?
That's how I know, like, in another life, we were soul sisters.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we literally always be on the same,
Locked in.
always on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And last week was definitely overwhelming for me. I definitely had the self-doubt kick in a little bit, and I had to take that time to myself and just like pull back in and like, okay, you know, get it together. Like, you got this, you can do this.
Yeah.
Like, what you're doing is great. Do not stop now.
Keep going.
Like, pulled it together, and today I'm on a good spot.
Yes.
So, last month was Black History Month, and this month is Women's History Month.
Yes.
So, shout out to our women.
Yes, girls.
Let me ask you, what does being a Black woman look like to you?
Being a Black woman to me just means everything. Being a Black woman in a household, I don't believe in gender roles, but us women, we definitely carry the team because we're the counselor, we're the therapist, we're the, you know what I'm saying? We're mommy, we're the nurturer, everything all in one, the chef. I can go on forever. Just to sum it up, being a woman means everything. Everything to me. What about you?
I completely agree. Like, women are powerful.
Yeah.
You know? And we're creators. We're creators of life. And then not even that, like, I feel like the life that we have created with certain situations, we create better situations out of that. We just take charge. We handle it. We get business done. We take all things at full force. I really feel like being a Black woman, strength is something that is very important. And not just like, oh, I have to be strong. Like, you are, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's a good thing that
person.
you just hit on. It's like being a strong Black woman. I don't want to be a strong Black woman. I just want to be a Black woman. I just want to be a woman, you know? And I think my ancestors put in the time enough to become we can just be just women. And I like that you said them. I am a Black woman who happens to be strong, not a strong Black woman. I can
say that again.
I am a Black woman that just so happens to be strong. I don't want to have to be held to the high standards of a strong Black woman. Cuz I have my days just like anyone else. I am just a woman who happens to be strong.
So, do you ever feel like you have to carry yourself a certain way because you are a woman?
I don't. I really don't. I try to remind myself to never live up to other people's standards. Because if you do, you're always going to be seen as falling short. And that's what I just believe. I tell my daughter, you know, be who you are. That's it. That's all you can be. Because you know what? When you lay down at night in that bed, you account for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Did you go through your checklist? And mine is always, did I please myself? You know, am I good to myself? So, no. I demand respect in every room I walk in, no matter gender, race, any of that. And I give respect.
I think society tries to give us these standards, like you said.
Yeah.
That, you know, as a woman, you're supposed to be in the kitchen. As a woman, you're supposed to be raising the kids. As a woman, you know, they just have all these, you got to look a certain way. You got to carry yourself a way. You got to dress a certain way. And I think when you try to go into these standards that society has, that's when you lose yourself, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, you cannot base your life, the way you move every day based off of society or what others think you should do. Like, you are the only person that knows you 100%.
Now, that's the struggle. That's the struggle, is we wear so many hats and titles as women, losing yourself is the struggle for me. It's not holding myself to other people's standards or carrying myself a certain way so I can be accepted or things of that nature. It's more so making sure that, like I said, if I look at myself in that mirror, that I'm okay with who I'm looking at.
Yep. See, and I'll tell my friends all the time, we get wrapped up in our hats, like you said. And I'll tell them, before you were a mother, you were you.
Who were you?
Before you were a wife,
Absolutely.
You were you. Before you were a student, you were you.
Yeah.
So you have to always remember who you are and reroot yourself in who you are, despite of those hats. Take those hats off, and when you figure that out, you stand on it. Have you experienced colorism in our culture? You know how back in the day it was team light skin versus team dark skin.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, that's something that's very, very common in our culture.
Yeah.
We have to start thinking of black is black. So with you being mixed, have you experienced it in our culture?
I have, and I'll even admit, back in the day, because I was ignorant. I didn't know, any better. No one taught me different. Me listening to society and to music, it was in the music industry. I want a light skin, red bone.
Oh yeah.
And it was team light skin, and young and dumb, and didn't even care to educate myself on what I was really saying and how it would hurt others or affect others. Now I would never, and especially with me being biracial, I just wouldn't, because I don't want you to deny me my ethnicity, my melanin, because I am biracial. Yeah. Because I am still a black woman.
Yeah. And our language has to change. It has to change, like you always say. It has to become a lifestyle. You can't just be saying things like that, and it tears people down. Culturally, we have that terribly with our kids, where we need to change our language in our household, because you're building that child up to be whatever they are when they leave your household. If you're already condemning them just off of their color, off their shade, or their extra melanin or lack thereof,
Lack thereof, yeah.
We can't do that.
Because in the last few years, we are putting dark-skinned women on a pedestal, as they should have always.
Yes.
Baby, your black is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Your skin glows.
Yep.
I love it. As a culture, we're moving in a better direction. And one thing I actually brag about you about all the time is how you talk to your children. We'll be on the phone and you're headed to drop your kids off to school, and you're like, before you get out, you're speaking live.
Yeah.
Like, you are strong, you are powerful, you are great. And I brag on that so much, because I have never seen that. Yeah. You were the first person to do that. And it's just like, look at my little cousin building up her children.
Thank you. Yeah. I just think we don't think about how much, our title means to other people. I have to understand my role, and it's extremely pivotal in my children's life of how they leave this household. If I don't build them up, I'm failing my kids. Yeah. When they walk out that door, I have to make sure that they know who they are. I feel like that is my job. So I appreciate it.
You go, Mom.
Thank you.
By all means. Okay, so let me ask you, what is a piece of advice or a message that you would give to a young black woman?
Ooh, I love that question. I would tell a young black woman what I probably should have told myself, looking back, but it's to stay focused. The hurt, the pain, or whatever you're going through, that it doesn't last always. I promise you. Stay level-headed. You got this. Chin up. And do tunnel vision. You set your goals to your own beat. You're never going too slow, sis. You're never going too fast. Do whatever works for you and keep going. Just set a goal, and you got this.
Beautiful.
You got this. What would you say?
You got this. That's the one.
You got it.
That's what people need to hear. I would say my message to young black women would be to take the necessary time to learn yourself. 100% learn yourself. Know who you are and stand on it. Demand what you deserve from everyone. Family, friends, relationships. You know who you are and you stand on that. Absolutely. You do not break that for anyone.
Yeah. That is so learn who you are
Yes.
is the key to life. Like, I feel like you just dropped a gem. Like, that is the key. Your life will order once you know your worth. As cliche as it sounds, once you learn what you deserve.
And I'll be the first to tell you guys, I did not learn that until the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It took time. It took time to be alone and just be with myself, date myself, which I'm still doing. You never stop that. To be you, walk in your truth.
Yes, and do that, sis. You deserve it. You earned it.
You do.
And that's what Women's Month is to me. Exercising my complete right to be just a woman. To just be a woman. Right. You want to challenge some women, so let's challenge them, cousin. What are you going to challenge them to?
Yes. So let's challenge everyone at some point during this month. Let's make it our business to make another woman's life special.
Yes.
Whether it's a simple text, you know, hey, you're an amazing person. I was thinking about you. You want to take a woman to lunch. Let's make it our business to make another woman's life special, at least one day out of this month. And if you do, guys, comment down in the sections what you're doing, how it made you feel, like what someone did for you to just make you feel great as a woman this month. Like, it's Women's History. Let's make some history and change some lives. With that being said, checking in is getting ready to check out. And we will catch you next time on our rain check.
All right, bye.